Hello everyone, it's Brenda Lee here. I hope everyone is doing really well today. I'm going to be doing a reading, as I promised, on missing Sebastian Roger's mom, Katie Proudfoot. Remember that my readings is for entertainment purposes only, okay? Nothing is based on scientific facts, but I do rely on the purest of all light in our Lord Jesus for his energy, for him to be able to use me as a messenger, to use my energy in being able to bring messages to the public. It's a beautiful crystal that I'm using right now, helping me to prepare for my reading. Okay, we'll get started. I hope everybody is doing really, really well. It is a beautiful, but yet a little bit smoky day today here in the North Thompson of British Columbia, Canada. Last night, the smoke was terrible, so I closed my windows and just relied on my fans, and it seemed to work good. But I looked out this morning and it was all clear, so I think maybe the wind shifted the smoke elsewhere. So my heart goes out to the people wherever the smoke is heading right now. Okay, let me see. For those that are not familiar with missing Sebastian Rogers from Hendersonville, Tennessee, he was 15 at the time that he went missing. It was on February 25th, 2024, so he'd be going on 17. I did do a reading on Sebastian already, and I did a reading for the abductor that was shown in his reading that there was an abductor. Okay, this abductor was not a family member, he was a stranger to Sebastian. Alright, so let's see how that ties in. I do advise you, so there's no confusion, to go and watch those first. Watch the one on Sebastian first, and then on the abductor second, okay? I'm going to use my crime cards here, all pre-shuffled for you guys. I'm sorry if it's a little bit noisy in here, but I do have to have a fan going because otherwise I'll be melting. Okay, any cards you would like to show us for Sebastian Roger's mom to do with his disappearance or what was going on in the family home? Chained. This is for Katie Proudfoot. Very interesting card to come out. Chained. Is a chain, Sebastian? I like to think not. Maybe it's a chained course of events. But we'll find out. Any other cards from this deck that you would like to share? Okay, we'll go on to the next. Please do leave a comment for me what you think of the readings thus far on Sebastian Rogers, and what your theory is. I'd love to hear what your theory is. And any feedback is always appreciated. Any cards out of this deck that you'd like to share regarding Katie Proudfoot? Not yet. Okay. Sometimes certain cards have to be pulled first, then others will follow. So I will go back to this deck in a few minutes here and see what we get. Okay. To Katie Proudfoot, any messages on her, specifically the mom here? If any ancestors of Sebastian Rogers would like to come in, please use my energy, but only the purest of light is welcome here. RSO. You all know what that is, right? Now keep in mind, it may not have been what happened to Sebastian. It could have been what happened to her. We'll see. Any other cards that you would like to show us to do with the mom? She's going through a financial strain. Not sure whether she's back to work or not, or whether she was even able to go back to that place that she was, some kind of security that she was doing. It's to do with setting up security cameras, things like that. The weird thing is, that's what she did for work, and yet no camera picked up Sebastian. Life of crime. Trail. Okay. If any of these other cards were to come out, they'll will come out eventually, if they are meant to be. It's pretty different cards that we're getting for her. Any other cards? Stepbrother. Does Katie have a stepbrother? And we got the exaggerate card. Wow, this is really different. Any other cards you'd like to show us at this time? Criminal. Does Katie have a criminal past? Or was she raised with a criminal? Because, like, I know that she was in the military. She had work in the military, and if she had a criminal past that was, if she had a criminal record, that, you know, she wouldn't have been able to go to work for the military. I don't think. Unless it was forged. Okay. We got assault. I don't know. President. You guys are seeing this same time I am here, so I'm, well, not that this is live, but girl. Anything about Katie Proudfoot, about her life, or what, if she had any involvement to do with Sebastian? Bombing. President. Bombing. What the heck? Computer. Okay, I got that one in Sebastian's reading as well. So there could be messages. She could be sending messages on her computer. She could be receiving messages, information. There could be evidence on her computer or a computer that was in the house. I'm sure that that's all been taken. And it also, computer can also represent a microchip. I don't know. If this is her life in the past, that is quite the life. Like, does she have information of a bombing that took place? Just not sure where that president comes in. Okay. Weirdest ever. I didn't expect, like, well, a couple of these cards I expected, but not. Shot. Does Katie know the girl? Know that there was a girl involved who shot or tried to shoot the president? We got dragged. We got jokester, but also a number 33 card. We got a stalker. Did she have problems with a stalker? And we've got misunderstood. Are people misunderstanding her? And it's also a number 55. I just don't see how these cards that come out later here, how they have to do with Sebastian. But if she's having, I don't know, a mental breakdown or something. Maybe she is being misunderstood because of her past. I don't know. Yes, this card also came out for Sebastian, family crisis. RSO, and then stepbrother assaulted. We got chained was the very first card. Criminal, life of crime, bombing, president, shot, dragged, cheapers. Somebody is a jokester. Who's the jokester? Was it her stepbrother who's the jokester? I don't even know if she has a stepbrother. Okay. I will just quickly go through these again, very quick, just to see if there's any other cards that would like to come or be shown now, to be shown. We've got it going on here. Nope. Okay. And we'll go on to the next. I don't know if this has to do with Katie's upbringing with her past, then she's really been through it. Any other cards you'd like to show us at this time? Oh, okay, so we're going to go on to the true crime. This is for the mom of missing Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Message. Communication records, call records, instant messaging. So we got the computer card, which is also like messages, or there could be evidence on the computer. I feel like there's some evidence or something on a computer, some kind of information. Any other cards you'd like to share regarding the mom of Rogers? Got the home card. We also got family crisis card. The home, refuge, belong, haven. The home should be a happy haven for everybody. They should be able to come home and feel relaxed and, you know, at ease and be in a happy environment. But I feel like it wasn't so much a happy home. And then we got the miss you. I think and I feel that Katie is missing her son. Miss, wait, eager. Maybe in her heart, does she feel that he will be found? that he is alive and will come home, which could be another reason why we got the home. But then, well, like I said, it is her life that we are talking about, so, okay. So I got the key card. I got this card in Sebastian's reading too, I believe. Key people, the core of the problem, pass. I feel that the reason why there was so much chaos in the home, the family crisis card that we got, is because of one certain individual that caused the upset. And I think she's well aware of that. I'm just going to quickly take a look at these crime cards to see if anything comes out to do with the mom here and the disappearance of her son. They both came out reversed. They landed reversed. So the first card is justice, balance, served, equalized, but it came up upside down. So right now, in Sebastian's case, there is no justice. Justice is not being served. And then we got thief. And now that is interesting, because thief came out, if not Sebastian's reading, then it came out on the abductor's reading, but it also came up upside down. Stolen, robbed, taken. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean, you know, that somebody stole something, or it could, like, because maybe with the abductor, this card could be representing that Katie's son was stolen from her. Cheapers. Got a witness here, also a number 8. But they also came upside down, so witness could be watcher, media, stalker. Well, we know that the media has been on this particular case for quite a while, since it happened, since day one. I, for one, but so many others as well. Somebody is watching Katie, I feel, very close. I think that's what it is. Now we've got the sale or business card, which can be work, money, or sale. Did they sell their house? Is their house up for sale? I'm not sure about that. That could be what's going on with her right now. Okay, so we're gonna get a place card. Okay, you chose this card, our purest of lights. So what did you want to share with us regarding the place oracle cards? You know, because we got the criminal card and we got the chaos, the home chaos card, that could be somebody that is in her life that really caused an upset in her life, right? Because, yeah. So maybe it's, like I said, maybe it's Katie that's being misunderstood. Maybe she's also a victim, or was, if not by somebody in the home, maybe she was a victim of her inner childhood. And I'm not saying that Katie doesn't have anything to do with this. I do believe that there was things going on in the home that was not right, and regarding Sebastian. But did Katie actually, was she actually the cause of Sebastian going missing? She may have been part of it, you know. Maybe she was taking somebody else's side. Okay, we got Mystic Haven, Enchantment, Magic, Intrigue, Hidden Wisdom. Yeah. This whole case has been mystic. It's been a mystery of what happened to this poor kid. Anything else you would like to share? Mystic Haven. Cinema. Silver screen. Theater. Movie night. Film festival. Silver screen. I feel that the case of Sebastian hasn't been fully opened, of everything that was going on and what happened to him. There's a lot of people that have closed Katie off, hence the screen shades. Closed her off, saying you're no good. You caused this. You caused your son to go missing. But in reality, nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors, right? So everybody's innocent until proven guilty. So we have to keep an open mind, okay? Keep an open mind. That's what I'm hearing. It's a cinema card. We got the bustling hub card. I believe I got that in Sebastian's reading. Social nexus, lively activities, cultural melting pot. It's like people are looking, they're searching. It's in this whole hub of that is all around the mom and the stepdad. And we keep searching, keeps pushing on, but so far he has not been found. A lot of people from different areas, the cultural melting pot. Oh my goodness. This also could represent that Katie was very busy in her own life. Maybe Sebastian wasn't getting the time that he needed. This also could be Katie growing up wasn't getting the time that she needed with those who she was being raised by. And her home also could have been family chaotic, you know. Okay, last card that we are going to use is the vibe to see. I'd like to find out what Katie's vibe is right now, at present. What is Katie's present vibe? Present vibe for Sebastian, missing Sebastian Roger's mom. Where's that card? You pulled the deck. Antisocial. In your feelings, silent treatment, left out. She's feeling left out. She's getting the cold shoulder. So she's been forced in some ways to be antisocial. That's what I get. Okay. Put that back in. We're going to see what we get quickly for the stepfather. Okay, got those shuffled. Okay. Just bear with me. It won't be long. Oops, not that one. So we go in there. Okay. I did that wrong. Yes, I did do that. Oh, did it again. Yeah, very interesting read for Katie. I don't know. You know, we've all really picked her apart. You know, can't say you didn't. And I'm guilty of it too. So, you know, every word, every expression, everything being scrutinized. You know, and if she didn't have anything to do with it, then, you know, then we should get over it and maybe give her the benefit of a doubt until the truth is revealed. Because nothing like being blamed for something that you did not do. Like I said, I do know there was things that went on in the home that wasn't right, but then who are we to say, you know, to judge, right? Because, man, some people out there have had pretty bad childhoods and have skeletons in their closet, you know, so we can't judge. We're all imperfect. And we leave that judging up to someone else, right? We're going to be talking about the stepfather, Chris Proudfoot, and what Purest of Light would like to share with us regarding him, regarding his life, perhaps regarding if he had anything to do with Sebastian's disappearance. We'll see what is revealed to us through these oracle decks and crime decks that we are using. If anyone has a reading that they would like me to do for them, or if you want to, if you have a friend or a family member that you think would benefit from a reading, if it's somebody that's missing or not, doesn't matter what the situation is. My information is in the description. And if you've looked at in my description, you'll know that doing a reading for you would be an honor for me, and I want to help people. That's what I'm here to do. It's my purpose in life. I do charge just a very small donation, okay, very minimal, and that's just basically for my time and the energy that I use when it comes to the readings. And the first card that came out for the stepfather is Family Crisis. That we got that in Sebastian's reading. We got that in Katie's reading. We also got Elementary School. Now let's go on and see what else. This is to do with Chris. It could be, like I said, it could be his upbringing. It could be what was going on in the home with Sebastian and Katie. But we should be able to tie it up a little bit better as we go on, receiving more cards. Bus, elementary school, bus. Okay, for Chris Proudfoot, any other cards that you'd like to reveal out of this crime deck for the viewers and myself? weird. We had a card that was kind of sticking to that, and that one took off on me. Okay, so that was the profession card that came out. Was Chris a school bus driver for an elementary school? Maybe that was his profession, because we got elementary school, we got bus, and then we got profession. This is the card that was sticking to that fell out. It also fell out in reverse. So, because I'm not sure, not really pulled one way or another, so I'm going to ask Source, was this card, the mugging card, meant to come out for Chris Proudfoot? No. Okay, counterclockwise, gotta know. Okay, we'll put that back in, and we'll give this another quick shuffle here, see if anything else wants to be shown to do with him. Maybe he always wanted to be a school bus driver. Maybe he grew up wanting to be one. Maybe that's what he's doing right now. I don't know. I find that unlikely, but critical thinking. We're trying to use our critical thinking right now, aren't we? He always seems to be a step ahead though, eh? So he's using some critical thinking. We got sickness. Is he sick right now? Has he been sick? Does he have a ongoing sickness? That could be physical or mental. I was also going to say too that the family crisis card that we got that came out first is a 4, and the critical thinking card that came out is an 8. Okay, and then we got the luggage card. Luggage. Has he left? Was his critical thinking telling him to leave the situation? To distance himself, maybe? To pack up and move? Like I said, I don't even know what's going on with that home. There was one time where I heard that it was going up for sale, or was up for sale. I'm not sure. Any other cards from here you'd like to share regarding Chris Proudfoot? Domestic violence. Yeah, I think there was violence going on in the home. I feel very pulled towards that. It could have been towards Katie and Sebastian. And remember, domestic violence doesn't necessarily have to be physical, right? In fact, emotional and mental violence can almost be worse, because it's the inner marks that you receive that can do the most damage to a person. Okay. I'm going to use the Truth Oracle for Chris Proudfoot. any cards that you'd like to share with us regarding him. We certainly didn't get as many cards out for Chris as we did for Katie. Okay, we got a forgotten person, core, past, old friend, is he feeling that he's been forgotten, or this could be him trying to forget somebody, hence the luggage part, like leaving the situation. We also got the Mirror card, reflection, reference, distinguish, appearance. Well, he definitely hasn't given a very good appearance when it comes to social media. Maybe he needs to do a self-reflection. Or maybe he's doing that right now. Like, we don't know, right? Because the appearance that has been shown from him isn't good, right? Like, hence the domestic violence card. And we do know from his ex-wife, who was being interviewed, that there was domestic violence in her relationship with Chris as well. So we got the change card. Transformation, newborn, evolution. So is he looking in the mirror right now? Is he trying to forget the person who he was? Right? Because we got this one, forgotten person. Is he trying to forget what he's done, what he's been like, what he's caused? He's been pushed to look in the mirror. And is he now trying to change, trying to transform himself to something else? Is he trying to change what we all have seen of him? Is he trying to change the look that he has given, which wasn't good? Hope. Wish, expect, desire. He's hoping that people will start to see him in a different light. Yeah. Okay. We're going to use the place cards. The place oracle cards. Actually, no, I need to do this one first. I'm going to see if anything comes out for Chris with these crown cards. These are so difficult to shuffle with. No offense, Mama D, but not good. I mean, good words, good messages that come out, but see, they just, yeah. Very, very flimsy. This card came out upside down. Signature card, which was in reverse. It's initials, marks, code. Wow. When I see the word marks, all that comes to my mind is the marks that were on Chris's arms. Were they from a dog? It didn't really look like it. They looked like they were human. It's also a number 4 card. So we've got 484 so far. Yeah, I mean, once you see something like that, you can't unsee it, you know? Even if he is trying to change his reputation around or whatever he's trying to do. Again, we got the key card. We got the key card out of the Truth Oracle for Katie, also in Sebastian's reading. Code entrance unlocking. That's interesting. He was not supposed to be home the night or the early morning hours when Sebastian disappeared. But I also got in my reading that Sebastian was abducted, and it was a stranger abduction. I do feel that, and also in Sebastian's reading, we do get that he ran away. And he ran away because of things that were going on in his family crisis. And that's a number 3 card. So 4, 8, 4, and 3. Interesting. Okay, now we're going to go to the Place Oracle for Chris Proudfoot. Any cards messages that you would like to share with the viewers and I regarding Chris Proudfoot? You know, unlike Katie, Chris did put himself in a bad light. I mean, maybe Katie did to an extent, but it's going to take a lot to see Chris differently. But for some reason, we got train, which could be subway, train, railway. We also got within the vehicle, commuting experience, road journey. Are they taking a road trip that involved a train? Has Chris gone on a road trip by himself? Can we get a present vibe card for Chris, please? Chris Proudfoot. Harmony. It's the card that came out. Harmony. Balance, peace, happiness. Is Chris trying to regain harmony in his life? I don't think he ever had harmony in his life. Don't know what. This here all seems to be at present, except for the elementary school, the bus, and the profession. Maybe he's trying to get into that, or he was that before he went into the military. It doesn't have to be elementary school, could be any kind of school. Maybe it was maybe he drove a military bus. Maybe that was his profession in the military. But it seems like he's trying to gain some harmony now, trying to gain some peace in his life and to regain that happiness. That's the card that came out, and that's the reading that we got for Chris. Okay, now these two decks, I asked for cards to share with my viewers. There's somebody out there that needed to receive a card here out of this beautiful deck. I kind of refer to this deck of cards as being like faith healing. Okay. What card would you like to share with one of the viewers? Somebody in the maybe even two viewers need to read this or hear this. Okay, which card do you have for us, for a viewer? Heart opened. I need to put my specs on. When you open your heart, the universe responds with infinite possibilities, showing paths you could not have imagined alone. Okay, people, whoever this is for, you need to open your heart, okay? When you open your heart to the universe, to Source, there is so many possibilities, right? Co-creating with the universe, with Source, with Source's aids, such as the angels, your spirit guides, right? Yes, the possibilities, infinite possibilities. Okay, so that's what you're being told to do right now. I know that's going to resonate with someone. And then we also got the little mini faith card, I guess, as well, because this is what you're being told to do. Source card, probably more like, would be a better name for these little cards, or little source cards. Okay, for one of our viewers, or maybe two, somebody needs to hear this. It's going to resonate with someone. Trust. Building faith or feeling safe with someone. Loyalty, security, bond. Okay, so the message is that you are being told to trust this person. So someone that has come into your life, maybe has been in your life for a long time, and maybe you didn't trust this person. Maybe you maybe you were actually feeling insecure with this person, but you're being told that you can trust this person. And in doing so, you're going to receive some security. You can bond with this person, okay? This person is going to be loyal to you as long as you're loyal to them, okay? So open your heart was the first one that we got, and trust. Okay. All right. Thank you everyone for being with me today. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the readings today. And until next time, do subscribe. Please subscribe. It helps the channel. And share. Because somebody that you know or don't even know, you could be used as a messenger to direct this message to someone. Someone needed this reading, perhaps. Someone needed to hear this, see this. Okay, have a good day.